Well, it finally happened. My nearly 18-year-old Altec Lansing speakers finally gave out, so it was time for a replacement. So here we go, a quick and dirty unboxing of the Bose Companion 2. Hello everybody and welcome to Tech Uploaded. It's been a long time, but I am back, and I'm Chris as always, of course, along with some coffee beans to keep me awake, chocolate covered, and this is going to be pretty quick. These are the Bose Companion 2. They're replacing some $20 temporary Logitech speakers that I had. I do video editing for work, and I needed something that was under $100 that could replace those Altec Lansing speakers that would be fairly true to sound, because we use a Bose like Sound Dock 3 or whatever that Bluetooth speaker is when we travel to actually play back the video. So I wanted something that wasn't going to be so muffled and not true to itself. The Altec Lansings were actually a little too punchy, so I needed something small. I didn't want a subwoofer again because it took up space under my desk. I kept kicking it. I think that may be what happened to the eventual demise of the Altec Lansings. So with a $100 budget, I went with the Bose Companion 2 after seeing some pretty decent reviews online. So I figured we'd take a look at them today together. Why not? It's lunch, so I'm skipping lunch to bring you this riveting footage. The unboxing is going to be real quick. Boom, they're already unboxed. The reason I did that is because they came boxed really crazy. This was sitting on top, the manual, which was easy, but then they came in this crazy plastic cube contraption, and this thing, I don't really know how to describe it, but when you would open it, it made the worst popping and ripping and all kinds of weird noises, and it was really unpleasant on camera. So I was just like, you know what? Just unbox them and set them down. Take a look at them, because that's what everybody wants to see anyway. So what do you get in the box? You get the cable to go to your computer. You get the power cable, which I read in the reviews is a little bit on the short side, and unfortunately it does go into, it looks like, no good, it does go into the right speaker, which is good, because that's the speaker that's the closest to my outlet. Had it gone into the left speaker, I would have been in trouble. So this should reach, but unfortunately it is one of those brick-style power things. I hate that because I don't have a lot of plugs in my office. And then you do get the bridge cable to go across. So if you take a look at the back of the right speaker, you've actually got the two left speaker, DC power, aux in, so you can plug in another device like a iPod or iPhone or Android device or whatever, and then from computer, which would be the one I'm using. And then of course the port for a little bit of bass response. They have a nice weight to them. They're not too heavy, they're not too light. The dial on the front's very smooth feeling, so I like that. And I like that the volume's right on the front. I was having to use a keyboard command before with the Altec Lansings, because whenever you'd move the volume knob, they would go and just go crazy. So now I can actually just adjust the volume like a normal person. So it'll be interesting to see how these sound for being as small as they are. But I'm going to go ahead and play a little stock music sample using the built-in mic on the field recorder. Try to get the audio levels about the same. It's not going to be the same as hearing it in real life, but I've got a lot of things to compare to. At home I've got the A2 Plus, which are about 3 times as much as these. I've got the A5 Plus hooked up to a Polk Audio sub, which is then hooked up to an Audio Engine D1 DAC, so that's like leaps and bounds beyond this. But hopefully this sounds good enough for an office environment where I'm not thumping the bass with the sub and annoying my neighbor behind me and bugging people possibly in the lobby that can hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and hook these up, and we'll do a sound test. So there you go, some truly riveting footage there of those speakers while the audio sample was playing. As you can see, actually the Logitech speakers didn't look terrible. They just felt cheap and sounded pretty awful, but I don't think the sound test really did justice. I had the field recorder sitting as far back as I would normally sit from the computer, but I didn't want to blast these since I'm in an office environment in the middle of the day. But there's definitely a more rich, fuller sound to the Bose speakers than with the really cheap $20 Logitech speakers, which would be expected. I mean, $20, $100. You don't have, as I suspected without a subwoofer, you don't have the thumping bass that you would normally get in that case. But I think that's in this environment, that's a good thing. It almost sounds like having two of the little sound bar things that I have in my bathroom at home. sitting here on my desk, and that's not a bad thing. Now, Bose audio is an acquired taste I'm finding with people, so some people love it, some people think it sounds muddled and awful. If you look at the reviews, I think it sounds pretty good, especially for the purposes of, you know, what I'm using these for. They're small, they're compact, they take up less room on the desk than actually the Altec Lansings did or the Logitech speakers did, and they sound very good for the size, I think. So for $100, I would recommend them. You can probably shop around and find something similar that would sound similar, but since we use Bose for our field speakers, this is a good thing for me to use as I'm doing my videos, so I have a general idea of how things are going to sound on the road. So there you have it, very quick and dirty unboxing and a first look at the Bose, what are these things called? The Companion 2. So I've got two Companions with me now in the office, and I look forward to spending more time with these today as I do some additional video editing and listen to my Pandora, as I like to do during the day. As always, if you don't know how to follow me, if you haven't watched one of my videos yet, because it's been a long time since I've posted, you can follow me on all different channels. I am on Instagram, where I'm fairly active, especially with vape gear. If you're at all into that, I take a lot of photos of that and food and tech as it comes my way. So I'm tech uploaded over there. I'm tech uploaded on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook as tech uploaded. And go figure, techuploaded@gmail.com is my Gmail address, but I have over 300 messages in that inbox that I haven't read, so I need to go through those. So you probably want to hit me up on one of the social media channels instead. That's your best bet. I usually say don't be a stranger, and I hope you won't. You know what? I'm going to try not to be and get back into this again, because it's been a while. So it's time to eat a quick sandwich while I enjoy my two Companions here from Bose on my desk. Thanks for watching. Check back soon.